Hey YouTube, coming at you with a video from One Punch Days, and I'm showcasing it because I love the rate up. It says I'm a casual GBL player, but I usually make veteran. Um, the main thing I am, fast forward, he says, I made this team to RPS the JUMPLUFF leads with FURRET GRUMPIG in the back. First set went well, definitely made some mistakes. In the second set, I also ran into some spice. Yada. I don't care about that. What I care about is building for that JUMPLUFF FURRET GRUMPIG line. And if you watch my video, maybe it was yesterday, I had 3 FURRETs on the first 3 teams, and I had 3 JUMPLUFFs on the first 4 teams against them. So this is what I said at one of the end of the videos. Just like I want to just build a team that can beat those people, and so that is I love the idea of this. You have Typhlosion, Charger Bug, Annihilate. Ground may be a little hard because you're weak to ground on Typhlosion, and then Volt Switch is resisted. And if it's like a ground that is like let's say Cladle and then counters resisted, so you would have potentially have some issues. But let's take a look and see how it plays out. See how many Jumpluffs and stuff we see. Aurorus was also one of those core breakers for that. Powder Snow is resisted. Meteor Beam would do like close to 600%, give or take. So shielding a potential Meteor Beam. It is just a Weather Ball. I don't know the counts for Meteor Beam. They go and they make a catch on a Jellicent. So unfortunate there. Do get into the Charger Bug. X's is resisted. Oh, no, sorry. That is where. Did throw the discharge. My X Scissor on my Charger Bug's on the left side. So when you threw it on the left side, I'm just like, why are you throwing a resisted X Scissor? You are not. You are throwing it where your discharge is. They're at a move. I'm assuming it'll be Meteor Beam to one-shot you here. You are also double weak to Rock, as you saw that here, but you have a fighter here. It is a boosted Weather Ball, but, you know, Annihilate's got some... should be able to take this fine. What's in the back? A Toxapex. Annihilate Typhlosion going to have a problem with Toxapex, so just going to try and Rage Fist, and nope, going straight in here to try and get the Thunder Punches off. I think if you're going to go straight in here to get the Thunder Punches off, you do that immediately, as opposed to throwing a Rage Fist and then losing that attack buff just to reset it and coming in here. Like, I'd rather just come in here, immediately Typhlosion. Don't let them get energy. Just start spamming those Thunder Punches. And if they eventually take you out, then you can Rage Fist and keep that boost. As opposed to now, you're coming in without a boost. And again, you have to get to a move anyways, but you would have been able to run through the boost here. They're going to maybe catch. No, you're just going to lose. Yeah, so. Typhlosion into Charger Bug. So good lead. They are Bug. They are weak to Fire. So they get into the Grumpig. Oh, I said Grumpig or Rangaroo, which is fine. This is where Charger Bug comes into play. X Scissor is super effective against Psychic. You can take any move. Charger Bug is very bulky. It's going to be the foul play because, you know, Trailblaze is resisted. It's not even Brutal Swing. It's foul play. Interesting. X Scissor super effective. Not enough to take out. Going to throw again on CMP, knowing that they're going to get to a move and don't want to just have to burn a shield. They do let it go. Is Typhlosion in the back. It is just a Thunder Punch because I think that was just their second Incinerate there. So gonna let that go. Still does a lot. And they try to catch. And now get alignment here. You're probably gonna have to shield 1. Maybe even 2. At this point, it's probably just a fast move damage. You're gonna grab a shield here, but you're gonna have to shield back. Gonna get to another Thunder Punch. I don't think this takes out. And then I'm wondering if they're gonna get to a move anyways, that it probably would have been better just to incinerate the... yeah. Maybe even try incinerate down the first time all the way through. Do get to a move. So they're gonna have to shield. But now they're at least 2 incinerates, maybe a third if I don't know, I've kind of lost count. But you do have a Rage Fist, so this will take out. Guess it's not fast move down. Yeah, I guess if you have energy here. Typhlosion into Mantine. This is weird. So Incinerate's resisted, but Thunder Punch is double super effective on, and they caught on FURRET. So too bad. I was kind of wondering when I saw Annihilate why you're not using Primeape, because Annihilate actually takes new. I mean, you're more bulky, so I get the allure of Annihilate. Plus, the counter really does add up on FURRET, as we're seeing here. But yeah, Sucker Punch is neutral because you are half psychic. Do get a move off. Can we get to a second move? That would be nice. We do. They're just going to probably let this go on farm and come out with a move for Typhlosion. But you also have a Galvantula. Sorry, not Galvantula. Oh, they CMP here. Weird. Okay. You also have Charge-a-Bug, which is double super effective. So I would come in with that. Yeah, knowing that they probably do have an answer in the back to this. But what is in the back here? Is it a ground? Is it psychic Pokemon in Grumpig? We're already at a move. Super effective X-Scissor. This will grab the first shield. You have shield advantage. You have energy advantage. Here comes the second one. If they shield, which they probably have to, they do not, then this game is over because it is now just fast move range. Yeah, they need to shield, but then they have no shot. There's a FURRET on the lead. They give up switch into Mew. Mew. I haven't seen a Mew in a while. This thing has like 600 moves. Shielding up a Psyshock. I don't like that shield. Mew's main move is Wild Charge. I don't think anything else really. And it has Shadow Ball and stuff, but well, it does actually does quite a lot of damage there. Holy smokes. Psyshock did that much to a Charge-a-Bug. X-Scissor does take it out one shot. X-Scissor here will chip. I don't know if it'll chip to the yellow, but it'll. No. Need a couple more. They're going to have to throw. Nope, they tried to commit to the farm down, and that will cost them a shield or deep, deep red. It is a shield. Annihilate going to come in. They're going to instant swap to Grumpig. Staying in just to get off a Rage Fist. This would put them in Incinerate range, but you should probably instant swap. I don't know if I love getting farmed down here with Psywave, especially when you can align this on. They do just try to dynamic punch you, which is resisted on the Ghost. So this will take out. They're going to shield because they're going to try and get a move off here, and they have a move on their FURRET. So where do you go from here? Shielding this, they're going to come snipe. You're non-shadow, so you may live a Swift. Yes, you do live a Swift because you're non-shadow. This will take out for the win. Toxapex. Again, a bad matchup, but gets saved a bit with these Thunder Punches. Non-shadow though, so that is actually probably much worse for you. The Shadow Incinerate and Thunder Punches, you can take them out in 2 for sure. I don't think you can take it out in 2 here. I think it'll be 2 plus a bunch of Incinerates. So shielding up the first one. This will not take out. Again, this is where Shadow is probably going to come in very helpful with this matchup. Because now they live, and you now go into the hardest answer, which another Grumpig. Truly just a bunch of same Pokemon over and over and over again in this meta. So this is good. They have to go Shadow Ball because Dynamic Punch is resisted. You probably even live a Shadow Ball. And getting to another X-Scissor. This will grab the second shield. They know it is super effective. Can they farm down? No, and they do not want to take an X-Scissor, and you are shielding. I get it. X-Scissor will probably one-shot from this range. Watch the catch, though. Yeah, that's the only thing. That you got to be aware of his switch clock. You can kind of see that coming. 2 moves doing super effective against each other. Sparkling Area will chip, will not take out. Rage Fist. If it doesn't take out, it's going to be like 1 or 2 HP here. So 1 counter down. Grumpig farms down. Coming back in here, they're going to get to a move before you, and you're going to lose this matchup because they're going to Sidewave you down. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like the saving Charge Bug there. That attempt to save Charge Bug cost you that matchup. So Palkia, tough lead. Yeah, Palkia is weird. This is gonna hurt. You could just shield and get this Rage Fist off. And they eventually come in Jumpluff, and this is where the sneaky Ice Punch comes into play. Double super effective. Lands, that's nice. They do get a move off, and they've already burnt his shield, so it's kind of tough to burn that second shield, especially with a Typhlosion here. This will not take them out, and now you're going to allow them to get to a Acrobatics, which will hurt. Yeah. This will grab a shield or take them out, and then you're going to have to just charge a bug your way through this, which is going to be tough because there's going to be a lot of fast move pressure here, and they're going to get to a charge move, and just got to commit that shield and hope that is weak in the back to this. Hope for a second grass Pokemon or something. That's basically your only win con. Or a water Pokemon. Get the first discharge off. Here comes the second discharge. Probably not enough to take out. Barbarrel's got some bulk. They will get to a move here. Take you out, and then can you incinerate down before they get to another move? Or no, before you get rolled out down, you cannot. Grumpig, instant swap into FURRET. Okay, Annihilate. Oh my goodness. It just, this can't change, right? Same leagues over and over again. The same meta shrinks, and this is a pretty, what is there, like 13 typings? So this is a pretty open meta, right? This is 10 typings. That is just defaulting to like 6 or 7 main Pokemon here. So did beat the FURRET, getting off a Rage Fist that will land. They are going to let that go. Coming in with the Charge Bug. It's going to be Shadow Ball. Hopefully you can just farm down. And they make a catch on a Jumpluff. This is fine. This is neutral. And they let it go, which is a little surprising given how much the Incinerates will do. Because that X-Scissor now just puts this in Incinerate, that probably just Incinerate range, honestly. So here comes the second Thunder Punch. Grab that second shield. That did register, so you could let this go and just try and Volt Switch your way down, but gonna shield. It's an Aerial Ace followed by an Acrobatics here, though. Oh no, just a second Aerial Ace. And they will top left there. There's your Jumpluff. Here comes the FURRET. Oh, I was wrong. It's the Grumpig. Oh, truly. Like I think at the end of the last video I said just find 2 Pokemon that will beat this combo of FURRET and Jumpluff and Grumpig, right? So just truly put all 3 of them on a team and see what the core breakers are. I'll do that right now as we play out this matchup. Because this is what you essentially did, right? You played for this combo. So Jumpluff, FURRET, and Grumpig. Could you, I'm just going to see if you can just like put 3 of the top core breakers on a team if it makes any sort of sense and what your issues would be. I'm going to try this tomorrow, which is like yesterday, today, I don't know. But it is slowly, what's going on with PV Poke? Doesn't seem to be generating for me. Hopefully it generates by the end of these battles. So we have a poison resisted, we have fighting resisted, we have an earthquake which is neutral, does some damage, we have an ice punch which will be super effective. And getting to the second ice punch because the poison is resisted. Not enough to take out still. So they're going to get to a move here. It is an earthquake. We'll take you out. Incinerate, Jumpluff here. Not enough to take it out. Man, that's rough. But do take him out for the win. Okay, Arctibex, half dragon, half ice, so this is neutral. They do get to move. Yeah, it'll chip. The Dragon Breaths are adding up on you. Thunder Punch is resisted on the dragon, so let's see if they shield or not. They do not. Can you take it out before they get to another move? You can. So now we have Switch, and here comes a Clodsire, so we will just throw that Blast Burn. Grab that one shield, and where do you go from here? Holy crap, this team is brutal against it. Yeah, I guess this makes sense because poison is resisted as well. Yeah, PV Poke is just not working tonight for some reason. Going for the Rage Fist. Hoping that you catch him off guard almost. You kind of have to shield. Hoping that you catch like with the boosted and is a yeah, you're down shields and you're in trouble. Honestly, it seems like Shadow Typhlosion is way better than non-Shadow Typhlosion. So I think you're missing some of that shield pressure to a certain extent, or the just the raw incinerate damage on that. Annihilate with Ice Punch is, I get the coverage. I get that there's Jumpluffs. It's double super effective. Just seems to be underperforming as well. Maybe the Ice Punch works more if that's a shadow as well, that Pokemon. Then you can actually put real pressure on, but otherwise, yeah, it just looks like you're having a pretty tough time with some of these core Pokemon here. So they let it go. You're already down shields and can't even take them out there. You will go down. So that is it. I like the idea. I was trying to look at PV Poke, but for some reason it is not working tonight. So I know that it is, and my screen is lagging. My wife is streaming upstairs. This is the part where I talk because I'm still on video. I was trying to remember. I know there was like Arctibex and Aurorus, and it's basically just like ice Pokemon that can destroy Jumpluff and still do okay against FURRET, but that wouldn't take into consideration Grumpig, which has Dynamic Punch, and that's where the ice gets sort of beaten. So yeah, maybe an ice with something that can deal with Grumpig. Maybe Charge Bug. Charge Bug seems like a pretty nice core breaker for the 3. So core break, so ice, Charge Bug, then you're doubly to fire, and there's fire showing up. So I don't know. Anyways, thanks for the submission. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.